So getting into the next portion of the presentation, I'd like to talk to you about the 2024 economic outlook, how that applies to the building and the macro aspect of it. We looked at the Q1 marketing data for 2024. So according to the Massachusetts market data, the Massachusetts Board of Realtors, which we dub the acronym of MAR, they basically have published this, and they publish it quarterly. Single family homes for Q1, the median price went from $585 to $635, which is still up 8.2%, which means the market is still appreciating and growing as a whole. Those are single family homes. Condominiums average from $530 to $540, up 1.9%. So condominiums are still appreciating as well. I heard a lot of possible talk that maybe there's some conversation saying that maybe we should price the unit lower because we're in a high interest rate environment, the market, hedging the market and putting a lower price on it. But why, when your stats are still going up? Now, also understand that the single family home is hedging higher on a scale that is higher than condominiums, but condominiums are still up. So when you hear what's going on in the real estate market in terms of appreciation, well, a lot of this, you hear all these stories about, acceleration clauses, escalation clauses. Single family market is a little bit more competitive, but the condo market still can be, and is still growing.
Sorry, that's just Massachusetts, right? So if you did like a double click into the Somerville, Cambridge area, those statistics actually look more favorable for condominiums just because that's the more desirable.
And that's a wonderful insight, and I'm going to answer that question in about 2 seconds.
Okay.
Well, wait, there's more.
Oh, wait, there is more. So the inventory is still at historical lows. Since MAR has tracked this market data since 2004, which has only been 20 years, it could go back much further because that's only when they started the record keeping. However, just a little note to self is that new listings are up slightly for April year over year, which means we have a little bit more inventory in Q1 than we've had in the past. Just a small market indicator to watch to see if that happens in Q2 and Q3, and if that number still continues to go up, if it levels or goes down, because it'll tell you where the market's going from a seller perspective in terms of inventory, right? Because supply and demand, inventory grows, you're gonna have a little bit more supply, so you're gonna have a little bit more stabilization in the market depending on the sector. So Cambridge market data, as you asked.
And then some.
And then Somerville, thank you. So the median sales price in Cambridge, again, up 6.3% year over year. Right here, we're at median of 1.2 million. Inventory is 175 homes, all types of homes. So then the number of homes sold in Q1 was 60 units. Condominium sales are 31 units. So you can see that's about 50% of the solds. Average days on market in Cambridge is 15 days. We can see that the average prices here for condominiums, because we're looking at a condominium building, we want to break it down per studio, 1 bed, 2 bed, and 3 bed. You can see the numbers here: 565, 750, 135, 1614. I'm rounding. So now we go to Somerville. Well, what does Somerville look like? Somerville looks pretty good. I knew that obviously there would be a gap between Cambridge and Somerville, but it's not as much as I expected to see. Somerville 1.13, up 11.3% year over year. Somerville's growing. Inventory, 141 homes. You don't have a glutton of active inventory in Somerville. Again, all types of homes. Number of homes sold, 46, all types. Condominium sales, 23. It follows the Cambridge trajectory in terms of units sold to active. Average days on market, 20 days. It means that you're probably you're competing with Cambridge on a high level in terms of all of your data. You're right in line. Condominiums on the market, 74 units, a little higher. Again, your average prices here, studio, 1 bed, 2 bed, 3 bed, 562, 766, one's, 70,000, and then, your 3 bed is 1.231. So your numbers are great. So if anybody's, saying, oh, well, you're in Somerville, forget it, it's these are the numbers.
You're gonna show our building and then some of the expired listings, things that are on for almost like 300 days. And so that's different than 20 days on the market.
That's what I wanted to paint the picture, so I wanted to show what is going on in a snapshot of the greater market, Massachusetts, we've got Cambridge, we've got Somerville, the numbers are still super strong. However, the numbers in the building are not. And we have come up with a couple of reasons why and how to address that. So Somerville has a strategic development plan, which is great, because what it's saying from a city municipal point of view, they are promoting development, they're promoting job growth. They're all of these indicators that will make the market grow within the particular area. You've got municipal support for that, which means the building has support for growth itself as well. What they're looking to do is produce mixed-use properties, affordable housing, and overall innovative culture. They are deeming themselves now the innovation city. The goal for developing 20% of new housing, that's a pretty good sized number, affordable forever. As we were talking earlier this evening in the meet and greet, affordable components can be temporary, they could be restricted, they could turn over, there's nuances to it, they're proposing forever. They're looking for a 1.1 job ratio for workers, which means they want everyone in Somerville to have a job.
Do you know what that ratio is currently?
I do not, but we can look into it for you, and if you've registered, we can email you that data.
Okay.
Thank you for the question, though. Transform and enhance and conserve certain areas of Somerville, so they're looking from a planning standpoint, not to create just these huge structures on top of each other. They're putting some thought into the planning of it. What does that mean for the Metro 9? The city's positioning for economic growth, industry, and employment transformation.
Can everybody online also, everyone's tracking, because I don't see the owl moving, but is there any questions in the chat?
I've been paying attention, I don't see any chat, let me just double check.
Just to make sure people are.
Not everyone's in, guys, if you want to, feel free to drop questions in the chat, we'll answer them at the end.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So the Somerville development projects are looking to be a component that will contribute a lot to sustain that growth and put you on the trajectory to go even further. So we're looking at Union Square, development of over 3.8 million square feet of office space. That means they need workers to be in that office space. Housing, retail, and green space. It's running concurrent with the strategic plan. Boynton Yards, 400 residents, apartments. A lot of apartment buildings are planned for Somerville, which means there's a rental situation, but home ownership might be more difficult to find. Therefore, you have the condominium and people looking to be in the area and want to purchase. Again, that factor could help drive up prices in a condominium building in Somerville. Particular locations of 808 Windsor, you're looking at 370,000 square feet of lab space for 2024. 89 South Street, 400,000 square feet of mixed lab and office coming in 2025. We're not talking 5-10 years down the line. Now, could these projects get stalled? Sometimes yes, sometimes no, or they don't get built out as quickly, but the point is, as they're coming in very quickly, which is going to contribute, again, to the global draw. They're gonna be recruiting, they're gonna be employing, they're going to be putting all kinds of information out on a global perspective, and people are going to need housing.